life has been about, man, for the last few years. It's like everything, you know, everywhere that I can take responsibility for my side of the story, I just have to surrender to that.
Yeah, that's what I tried to figure out. Only if I try to keep my side of the street clean.
That's it,
I can't worry about other people, what my wife do, what my kids do and stuff.
That's it, man. And I've realized this thing, like, you guys are talking about as fighters and playing offensive line, like, I resonate with a lot of what you guys say about when you lose, because in offensive line, you're going 75 times against another guy hand-to-hand combat, whether it's a run play or a pass play. And if that guy beats you as an offensive lineman and gets a sack, you look like a fucking bitch, You might have kicked that guy's ass for 74 plays, and one play he beat you for a sack, and that's all anybody talks about. You sucked. And, I've realized, man, and this was not during my playing days, because, I would definitely get pissed off about, negative things that were said, if they were, But there's what everybody thinks. There's what everybody says. It's all out here. There's what you think and what you believe about yourself. And then there's your relationship to everything that's going on outside. So if you can learn to master this part of it, because what everybody else says and what everybody else thinks doesn't have any fucking effect on you. It doesn't. It has nothing to do with anything real about your experience of the world. You only think that it does, especially as an athlete, and you start to, and that's what gets fucked up. And that's why it's always about coming back to the battle within, because all these people, man, nobody fucking matters. This all might be in my head. This whole thing, This might all just be a dream. And when you can master that voice in your head, man, and say, you know what? This happened, that's why I got beat, and that's okay, Everybody fucking gets their ass kicked at some point. Everybody. And if you don't, you're kicking the shit out of yourself.
There's no doubt about that, because this life we deal with, in my opinion, the life that we deal with is just challenges for us. Yeah. How do you're a great fighter, you've been beating people for a while, that's great, let's see you handle loss, just get obliviated, boom, just get the shit beat out of you, up and down, boom, boom. All right, now that's cool too. All right? Let's see how you handle that. Right. Now we're not fighting no more. Now we're dealing with life. Now go out the dressing room, go to your house, take a shower, go sleep. Now you gotta get up the next morning. Shit, you gotta do. Man, you gotta do with your broken jaw. You gotta do with your cut eyes. It's gotta be done.
Everywhere you go,
life continues.
Yep. Yeah. Look at the movies, like your child's school. Everybody's talking about what happened in your fight. Wow, it's crazy. Yeah, but we don't get to play next Sunday. It takes 5 months for.
Yeah, you guys gotta wait.
Like 6 months. Yeah. We're just in limbo for 6 months, dealing with that.
This is what I've found out in life. I don't care no one say, but it's nothing like being in the midst of to have done it and even fail at trying to accomplish it. It's just no feeling like it. You have to fail on the objective of trying to become great. It's greatness in itself. Imagine what it takes for your first step to say, I'm going to be a fighter. I'm going to follow my brother. From the first fucking step, you got to go with the steps and go to the gym and see all these other kids fighting. They're already more experienced than you and stuff. How am I going to get to that fucking level? This guy's not going to let me get to the level. He's going to kill me. You know what I mean? You're watching these guys say, how am I going to box? How am I going to get like he's going to kill me? Yeah. Then little by little, you get to grasp it more, and win more. You understand this guy is human, and he bleeds, and he has problems too, and you realize that psychologically I can do this stuff. Yeah.
Crazy, man. It's like
so real,
exactly how it is.
Yeah, so every thought that
mindset.
You see somebody, it's always somebody say, I hate these guys say, I never looked up to anybody. It's somebody you see, and you say, whoa, that's who I want to be right there. It's always somebody you see. When I first saw Ali, I said, that's who I want to be. Like, I know I wanted to be a fighter, but then I saw Roberto Duran. I said, that's who the fuck I want to be.
Man, Duran.
I said, that's who I want to be, a mean motherfucker. People scared to look at him. The devil. Yeah, I wanted to be.
Did you like use that in your fighting style or outside of the cage, like outside of the ring?
Both.
Just that was your mindset.
Animal outside of the ring.
I mean, I've seen it, but that was the mindset.
I used to go as a little boy. I used to go to the restaurant. What was the name of that? Victor's whole cafe, Cuban restaurant. I used to go to everything and sit outside. I used to wait to see him. He had too many bodyguards and stuff. So I became famous fighter. I became champion. Then I started going there. And I'd say, what did Duran eat? Show me the food that he eat. Feed me what you gave Duran.
What would he eat?
Steak.
Steak?
Yeah.
Rice?
A lot of steaks, rice, and stuff, yeah.
Wow. Yeah, that's fucking...
I said, I made it. I'm in the restaurant my hero ate at.
Fuck.
Duran was a monster.
Duran is a monk. Listen, let me tell you something, man. Listen, this guy was giving Duran a tough fight. So at the 14th round, Duran knocked him out. Boom, he's in a coma. He's in a fucking chair. He's fucked up, right? And then everybody's sad. And so what Duran says when they say, Duran, what did you feel? He's in a coma. There's a possibility he may not live. And then Duran said, Puh, next time I be in shape, he won't go to the hospital. He goes to the fucking morgue. I said, fuck. My dick got hard. I'm a little boy, my dick got hard.
That's so awesome.
He was a fucking
killer.
Fuck.
That's dope, Mike.
He was in a fight with this one guy named Violette, right? Gave him another tough fight. It went to 15 rounds. So Duran shook the guy that he fought. He shook his hand, but went in his corner and punched his fucking father in the face. Boom!
Jesus.
What the fuck? 15 rounds. 15.
Holy shit.
Shook the fighter hand, but went in the fighter corner and punched his father in the face.
Holy shit.
A monster. Damn. Did you see his movie that made about his life?
Yeah.
Durant? Did you like it?
It was great. It was all right, but I look at Duran greater than that.
Yeah.
What was that movie?
I got the name of it.
I forget the name of it.
A few years ago?
Yeah, it was a few years ago. This is his life story, but it's a good.
Yeah.
Man, it's crazy.
But you gotta look at the fact, for me being a boxing fanatic and stuff, right? Duran was lightweight champion for 7 years, couldn't be matched. He lost one fight. He revenged that loss to Esteban de Jesus, right? Then for 7 years he was champion, and then he fought the great Carlos Palomino, who was welterweight champion in a non-title fight. Boom, he beat him, and then he came to fight Sugar Ray Leonard. That was the biggest fight in my world. In 1980, I watched those guys fight in Montreal, Canada. That turned on the screen, of course. That turned me out. I wanted to be a fighter. I would die. I said, no way, I'm not going to be a fighter. If I'm not a fighter, I want to die. That's all I wanted to do, be a fighter after that.
How old were you?
I was 14.
14.
Wow.
Damn.
So I used to read about him. I used to watch Peter. I used to go upstairs and read. I used to read about him, go run and start doing push-ups, sit-ups while I'm reading about it, watching him fight on television. That's all I did. I was nasty just like he was. Fuck you, I'm the best fighter in the world. How dare you think you could? He was a motherfucker.
You like brainwash yourself.
Yeah,
like,
big time.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's dope.
That's what you had to do.
I knew everything about him. I knew where he hung out with. I knew where he eat at. I knew the people that trained him and stuff.
It's dope as hell. You guys have any idols like that?
In MMA?
That lifted you up when you were coming up?
Like, for me, it was like GSP and Anderson Silva. Like
yeah, they were great.
Man,
good people, too.
Yeah.
They were nice guys, too.
Good guys.
I cried when GSP lost.
Yeah, man. It was... The martial arts, for me, was like the martial arts, the way he shows respect. Like, I come from a Taekwondo background, so like, I think that's what took me towards him.
Yeah.
Respect factor, that. And their skill, man. Them guys are monsters, man.
Yeah, they're two of the best.
Yeah. You know what I realized in life, and fighting has to be something that happened in the beginning of humanity, because everything's all about submission and just giving, praise to God, Humbleness, fighting's all about being humbleness. There's some guys that are assholes and come out of fighting and they're arrogant because, we're insecure and stuff, but it's all about just being humble, fighting. Because we all fight, we all win, we all lose,
Yeah.
And fighting spirit and its emotions and stuff.
Yeah.
It's about controlling your emotions, controlling everything, people being controlling the fight. And we lose when we lose our concentration. That's when we lose our fucking concentration and moment of thought.
It's deep. That's exactly how fighting is, I think. Like, now that I started smoking, I look at fighting like that. Like, in moments, like, natural instinct from a punch is to pull away, but like we train ourselves to stay in, and like that thought process right there is what you're training to be able to do for the duration of the fight. If I can keep doing this and stay in, I can actually win this fight. So it's really mental, man. It's like it's crazy.
For sure.
Anybody could be big, but you know it's all about control. Your fucking body's only purpose is to carry your brain. It's the only purpose of your fucking body is to carry your brain.
We're like the robot.
Big time. In this world, we are.
Yeah. So I went up a weight class, and I saw all that mindset. I used that in my last training camp, just understanding like the guy I fought was way bigger than me. He was supposed to win, and number 3 in the world. And I was my first time fighting in that weight class. And
man.
That mindset I just took into that training camp. I knew what I had to do, and I know how disciplined I had to stay at it. And weed, I swear, it helped me stay focused on that game.
Did that guy ever fight for the title? The guy
he did, Wonder Boy, yeah.
So, yeah.
He fought Tyron Woodley twice.
Really?
Woodley, yes.
See, that guy like me would think about, listen, my mind, my ego would go like this. Hey, you see what I did to him? You see what Tyron Woodley did to him? I fucked him up better than the champ did. I'm ready for the fucking champ. Bring him on.
Hell yeah.
That's how my ego goes.
That's real.
Hey, man, well, that's why you got there, dude.
Exactly.
Do you guys meditate?
Man, I try. My brain is just so all over the place, man. Like
it's supposed to be.
I run a lot. I have a couple other businesses. I own a barbershop, some gyms, and a bunch of stuff in Milwaukee. So my mind, like when I'm not fighting, I focus right on that because like I need the next thing. It's weird.
That's
like,
great.
I need something. Yeah.
No, that's
me.
great.
Yeah.
Going back to breaking out of that identity as a fighter.
Exactly.
And being more
and like
than
another way to challenge myself.